Welcome to the future of transportation. In this world where innovation meets sustainability, the paradigm shift towards new energy vehicles, or as we call them, NEVs, is reshaping how we commute, how we save, and how we envision a relationship with automobiles. NEVs have surged in population in China. They remained untapped in other parts of the world, like the United States, especially the American consumer. Now, the average American loses a small fortune throughout their lifetime on buying cars, depreciation. I can give you an example. My sister has lost, I would say, probably $250,000 on all her car upgrades since she's been a school teacher in North America. Now enter the Chinese new energy vehicles, offering a solution that slashes the operational costs and maintenance of cars by almost, get it, 90%. Imagine what that can mean for your savings or your financial stability. Why haven't cost-saving cars like these entered the market in North America? Well, it's not the lack of demand or the need, it's about the commitment and collaboration. And that means from the car companies to the governments. The Chinese government has invested in this collaboration, setting the stage for the rise of the new energy vehicles. They're everywhere here in the city of Chongqing. Okay, now meanwhile in North America, political focus tends to revolve around the corporate interests, hindering the strides towards change that benefit the average citizen like you. Chongqing, located in southwest China here, something special is happening. They're spearheading the revolution, offering a glimpse into the future where sustainability meets affordability, where transportation evolves for the betterment of all. Well, I welcome you to the new motor city called Chongqing, China. Compared to European and American new energy vehicles, personally, I think one of the biggest features of the Chinese NEVs is that the functions are very comprehensive and powerful. And this is Avatar's engineer, Santi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Alex. This is the first model of Avatar company. So the name is Avatar11. This model is generated by three giants in the Chinese automobile industry: Huawei, Chang'an, and CATL. Chang'an empowers the manufacturing, research and development, and also the quality control for this car. And for Huawei, we can see there is a HI logo here, which means we have a Huawei full stack intelligent solution on this model, from software to hardware.
What a beautiful car.
Yes, and for CATL, it empowers with the power battery, power management, and also the charging network. That's a beautiful product.
Wow, what an interactive panel here. It's my first time in the Avatar11. Santi, these chairs, they feel wonderful. I hear there is kind of like a massage way to help the driver and passenger, maybe for fatigue or...
So as you mentioned, for the massage, we have the button here. This is the control of the massage.
Okay.
And we have a 3 level
I feel that
of
already.
the massage. And also you have a different type of the massage. You can check in on the waist, on the shoulder, and it has a lot of, like this, a waving cat step and the snake step. So this is the different type of massage, and you can choosing like this level 3, level 2, a little bit softer, and the level 1.
Now, is there any, let's say you're in a colder climate, is there a heat that you can put into the chair as well?
Sure. This is a heat on the chair. Okay. If you open it, it's the heat. But in this summer, right, we use the cooler. So this is the air vent, and it also has 3 levels to be controlled, 3, 2, 1. All those materials where we can touch by our skins, those are antibacterial materials. We also have these UV radiators, which could, you know, sanitize all those environment.
So a lot of features that I guess this is very advanced from many years ago, stepping into a car. And it looks like, now who's powering this? Is this part of your Avatar11's intellectual property, or is there other companies helping out with this
Yes, this is design because this is we are OEMs. So all those functions they are coming from other suppliers and also it's coming designed by the Avatar11. So this is a central control display. It controls almost all the functions on this vehicle, and also that is entertainment display for the passenger.
Okay.
You can watch a movie, you can karaoke, and you can see a lot of things like pictures over there. And this is the cluster for the drivers,
Okay.
which shows when we're on the road, there will be more information.
Since these are always updating and always thinking, maybe from a security standpoint, also from a software standpoint, is this over the air? Like I could be driving and if my car needs to update, is it going to update just wirelessly?
Yes, it's wirelessly because we are connecting to the 5G network.
Santi, so no keys.
Yes.
Can anybody just get in this car and drive?
No, we have this car, or you can use your phone to
Okay.
get into this car.
And let's say your son, your daughter, old enough to drive.
Yes.
How can they get in without this and this?
Okay, so if your son or your daughter, they have another phone, smartphone,
Yeah.
and they have these Avatar apps on their
Okay.
phone, you can authorize them the authorization, then they can get into the car.
So gone are the days of lost keys for cars.
Yes.
Outstanding. Let's
Yes.
hit the road.
Yes, let's go.
What mapping system are we using here?
Mapping system, we are using Gaude and Huawei. So we are dual mapping system here on this vehicle. So for example, when we driving like in the autonomous driving system, that will be the Huawei mapping system.
So Huawei uses that in the autonomous vehicle system, right?
Yes.
And the interesting thing about it is as you said, there's two companies that are powering these maps. Again, as China continues to evolve with this technology, we're just going to see enhancement after enhancement after
Yes.
enhancement. That's incredible.
Yes, with a lot of cars implemented those apps.
And I can imagine that probably saves the manufacturer of a car a considerable amount of money not having to actually really invest in doing it alone. Because we see in the North American car market,
Yes.
we have the big three, we call them. I believe it's General Motors, Ford, I believe it's Chrysler, that could be
Yes.
the third one. They're very competitive against each other. And yes, sometimes they do use OEMs for some of their systems, but they are not as advanced as this is.
Yes.
I think even we're struggling in North America to even get a 5G network
Yeah.
to go.
Yes.
So immediately the North American cars are at a disadvantage.
I believe so.
Yeah. Even from probably a safety standpoint, a mapping standpoint, economical standpoint, and really understanding how these vehicles work.
Yes.
So Santi, I see this map is always changing. Sometimes we see a bit of a color map up on here, and
Yeah.
then we have is that just a preference that we can decide, or does the mapping system do that for us?
Yes, the mapping system do it by itself.
We were talking about, new energy vehicles.
Yeah.
I can see that this can also be, this technology as well, depending on how advanced we get. But there could be communities like garbage pickup could be driverless if you think about it.
Yeah.
Going to pick up trash in certain
Yeah.
areas. We'll call it municipal services, or even delivery companies.
Yeah,
could actually-
deliveries. Yes, that's also the direction that those because there was calling the item called like the robot taxi,
Right.
sharing your vehicle and it will be driving autonomously and taxi, and we can share from time to time. And when you are using it, you can call it and coming back to you. And when you are free for use, and it will go out and pick up others.
Wow.
And also talking about this intelligent cabin control system, it's also supporting the voice control. For example, like 小塔小塔，
我在，
打开副驾按摩。
好，为你打开副驾的座椅按摩啦。
Can you feel the
Yeah.
massage?
Yeah, massage is going.
Yes.
But hearing that, saying that to people that I can relax, get a massage in the chair, the environment is great for me, they might think it's dangerous. But in fact, I actually feel more safe in this car because this car is protecting the other cars, or in fact
Yes.
communicating with other cars
Yeah.
to actually make these roads more safe. So
More
the more
safe.
of these cars that come on to the market, and the more of these cars that get on these highways, we're going to see less accidents. We're going to see more interactive cars talking to each other and making this environment safe.
I believe so. We have to train everyone because this system needs to be learned how to use. For example, like how you go into the autonomous driving system, autopilot driving system, how you control your vehicle, and for example, how I go to another road, I push the button, the handle here, it will sense the vehicles, see the environment. When it's safety, it goes green, goes blue, it comes into another road. It has to be told and has to be learned how to use this system. When they're passing that examination, they could be certified to using this system. Otherwise, it's kind of like a pure EV car driving by the electrical motors, and you can drive up and down, but you cannot using these functions.
Well, hearing that actually gives me a little bit of comfort, because I think as drivers, I got my driver's license 36 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. When we were looking on a map, we took out a piece of paper and somebody in the passenger seat would say, okay, you got to drive this line. There was papers all over the place. Now this is interactive. My understanding of this, as being a driver for over 3 decades, is the following. Here's an opportunity to be in a car with an amazing environment, and also good for the environment, for green energy or for the climate situation that we're in. But also, it's educating us as drivers. We haven't been tested in decades. Now, I don't know how it is in China, but in Canada, when you get your driver's license at 16 or 18 years of age, that's it. You're on your own. This here gives us the ability to sharpen us as drivers, to help us interact more and understand the road more. Just by looking at these screens, I get a very good idea of what situation we're in. Many years ago, you couldn't see something like this. But now this car is telling me who's behind me, who's on the right, who's on the left, who is potentially could surprise and come out and hit my car. So it gives me, once again, more comfort. And I think as people get older, they can rely and they can have trust on this technology to give them a safe journey. This kind of car, my mother is 78 or 79 years old. If she got taught and trained in this car, I would be so happy and never have to worry, or at least worry much less than I do now. How much would it cost? Is there a cost savings between a new energy vehicle like this one to a gas-powered car?
Well, I don't have exact experience, but we have some kind of communication, right? So for me, I drive a 2.0 liters gasoline vehicles for myself. And my colleagues, the driving Avatar11, we have a comparison. Like, for example, their charging fee for a month is about 200 to 300 RMB. But for me, I almost spending like 1.5 thousand RMB per month. So that's, it's more like 5 or 6 times cost per month.
Right. Okay. But do you think if you were driving a gas-powered car, it would be more expensive?
Yes.
Okay. Considerably?
For normal use.
For normal use. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any advantages? Now, I see a lot of the cars in the cities have green license plates on them.
Yes.
That's representing that they're a new energy vehicle.
Yeah.
Is there any advantages in Chongqing for a new energy vehicle? Do you get any special parking privileges or anything like that?
Yeah. In the very beginning, the green plate vehicles, they can parking into the public parking lot without charging. And also, because we have Chongqing is a big city, we have a lot of vehicles on the road. So the number of the vehicles has to be, under control to avoid a very heavy traffic jam. So the green plate vehicles is not restrained by this rule.
Okay. Our climate in Canada is we always believe gas-powered cars have power and they can get through hard terrain and hard climates. There's no doubt that that's helped us in the last, we'll call it century.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of history in the east coast of our country of manufacturers, and of course knowing Ford manufacturing was so close to Canada. But I think what people don't seem to realize here is that these cars are innovating, just like we saw with the mobile phone industry.
Yeah.
It innovated from just traditional calls to now being part of our life. And these cars in general are life-changing. And
Yes.
I think unless you get yourself in a car like this, you're not going to understand it. And we continue to see a massive explosion of EV cars all over China.
Yeah.
America is trying, but they're not able to adapt, I would say, the amount of numbers that they're doing here in China. Who is the target market for Avatar now?
The target, you mean the regions or?
No, just what kind of customer are you looking for?
Oh, yeah, okay. So it's kind of like, Avatar, we talk like ACV, which means smart electric vehicle. So for those customers, they are more like, the new generation. They have nice, pretty incomes, and their lifestyle is like kind of like joy me lifestyle.
Okay.
Just make self happy, and those kind of person is our target customers.
Got it. Okay. Let's go down here and park right beside that red car to the left here.
Okay, the red car, right?
Yeah.
So here we push this parking assistant.
Okay.
Then you can see he's scanning. You want to stand here?
Yeah, I would like to park right there.
So we saw the car is here, right? And we choosing the position and we start. Then release the brake pedal. It will starting to plan its rotating and coming back to this position.
And let's say some kid ran out in front of the car. It would stop?
Yes.
Okay, good. This is cool.
Safety first.
It's impressive. How does it know how to do that?
Yes, because the Avatars, the high sensitivity sensors around us.
What I've just experienced over the last 30 minutes driving in this car is something extraordinary. Really, it is life-changing, not just the way we drive, but the way vehicles communicate. Now, I've owned over 20 cars in my 36 years of driving, and this is something to be excited about. Where is this going to go? Where are China's new energy vehicles going to take us? You need to stay tuned because this is one very exciting time to be a car owner. Hey everyone, it's Alex back here again, and you will notice that I am standing out front of something very interesting. I'm in a shopping mall here. You think I'm here for clothes, but actually I'm here to look at new energy vehicles. And one of them is called the brand NIO. Sella, is it correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Nice to meet you again,
Nice
Alex.
to meet you. Nice to meet you.
As you can see, NIO is a high-end luxury new energy vehicle in China.
When you mean luxury, what kind of prices are we talking in RMB to US dollars?
The most expensive car in our brand is around 500 grand in RMB.
Okay.
And this one is like 300 grand.
I'm just looking at it. So we have Italian tires on this car, Pirelli tires. So this whole stereotype from America that says these cars are just plastics and electric engine put together is, we can see immediately here with Pirelli tires, 20-inch rims on these cars. These cars are very, very high quality.
We are really serious about making the cars. As for example, for this car, we are looking at the Italian tire, and this car can accelerate from 1 to 100 kilometers in about 4 seconds. And this is also built to meet the standards in ENC Cap and NC Cap standards. It's really safe. All the body is covered in aluminum. Those two are the lidars integrated into the car.
Okay.
We call this a watchtower design. We use a combination of cameras and lidar. We combine those together to complete the assisted driving.
Most North Americans only hear of one car brand. Can you guess what that is? Tesla. Exactly. From my perspective here in the North American markets, these cars are not getting to America. And this is real sad because I have been in other car brands. This will be one of my first times in a NIO here, and I can already immediately see from a cosmetic point that it is a piece of art.
I travel with this car and I have to power swap 4 times a month.
So 4 charges a month.
4 swaps. That's one
four
specialty
swaps.
we have.
Okay, we're changing now. We're going from charges to swaps.
We
so 4 swaps
don't
a month.
Charge, we swap. And every swap uses like 90 RMB.
90.
So if
90,
we do a little
15.
simple mathematics, we use 360 RMB a month and compare that to a petrol car.
So I'm going to add that up. That is a staggering savings. That is anywhere from 75 to about 80% cost reduction on fuel.
Let's say if I own a BMW, every petrol filling, it may cost me like 360. We not only providing a car, we but also provide a community.
How do they communicate? Are the cars communicating to each other? Or they just walk into sales rooms like this?
We have a user-only center back there.
Now, I've never heard of the user-only center. Can you show me what the user-only center is? What that means?
Welcome.
All right, let's go. Let's have a look what that means. Okay, QR code, special treatment.
Open here.
You're part of the club.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
All right.
So,
okay.
Welcome to NIO's. Every NIO house has its special drink. This is called a wonderland of green illusion.
I can see now this community is very interesting. It's connecting people. It's people that have cars that are connecting people that have cars and how they can enjoy cars in every aspect. This is like, would say, a traditional way to charge cars, right?
Yes, that's true.
How long would it take using something like this? Let's say if we didn't have the battery swapping, because we're getting to the battery swapping.
Okay, so if we want to charge our vehicle from, let's say, 20% to 80%, it will use like half an hour. Except NIO, other brands also built a lot of charger facilities nationwide.
So they're multi-use and multi-cars?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go look at the battery swapping.
Till today, we have 2,100 power swap stations nationwide.
Over 2,000 of these nationwide, huh?
Yeah.
Why did they go to the battery swapping?
For a lot of electricity vehicles, the most difficulty for the users to use them is the time for charging. No matter how fast it is, it will still take like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to be fully charged. But if you are in a rush, it's not very convenient. But if you have power swap station, all the process to get a fully charged battery, it will only take you like 3 to 4 minutes for the 3.0 platform. For the 2.0 platform, it will only take 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
On the other hand, do you know why fast charging is so difficult?
No, tell me.
Because it's a great challenge for the network. If you want to have many spots, many facilities to fast charging, it's very difficult for the network, for the electricity to support. But the power swap station, the theory is really simple. We have the batteries charged when we are not busy, when the electricity is not busy. And when you need it, we have a fully charged battery. You don't need to charge it right away. So you save time, save energy, and friendly for the network. Hi, Nomi.
Hey.
我想去未来中心重庆中央公园。
好的。
Okay, let's hit the road. Now we're experiencing the comfortable mode.
Comfortable mode, okay.
It won't accelerate too fast, and when we take a break here, it feels soft.
Yeah, much different driving experience than even some other new energy vehicles that I've driven in before.
And it's very easy to switch, because here, this is the comfort mode, and this is sporty, and this is energy saving. You can just switch it with your wheel. Now we are going to a wide road. We can have a test drive for the Sporty Plus mode.
So just the click of a button can put us into sport mode? Just like that, huh?
Already switched into Sporty Plus mode.
Sporty Plus mode.
There's a red sign.
Wow. Wow, okay, you can really feel the pull of that, huh?
Yeah. This is.
So that's what we just went through.
Yeah, that is what we went through.
Okay.
And there's all the other vehicles around me which detected by the LiDAR.
So all those cameras are always busy feeding information back to this. Great.
Yeah.
Sila, what I've learned today is amazing. What I've learned is battery swapping, okay, instead of charging. Well, we have both choices, right? The reliability of these cars, the accessibility of these cars to be able to handle all types of weather, all types of traffic environments, the saving, the value, the speed, the power. I mean, there is so much to these cars. And I mean, what is your selling point when somebody comes in and for the first time to see a car like this that maybe they have never driven a new energy vehicle? What do you say to them?
I will definitely tell them this is the best electric vehicle you can find in China. As you can see, it's beautiful, it's powerful, it's comfortable, and this is your choice.
Well, that's quite the selling point. And to our friends from America that are watching, we hope that these cars get into that market, not just because China is trying to get the new energy vehicle market, but these are cars that do change your life. There are many things about it. The safety, the data, the savings that you have as a person that owns these vehicles. I can only hope that these videos attract more of an audience and that soon we will be seeing these cars on American roads. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Talk soon.